He'd worked in that garage for 22 years, and in 22 years, Sam Whitfield had never once been late. But on the morning his boss's nephew showed up wearing a brand new uniform and a smirk that said he already owned the place, Sam realized something had changed forever, and by the end of that week, every single mechanic in that shop would walk out the door behind him. What happened in between is a story about pride, about being forgotten, and about the one small act of kindness that brought an entire community back together. Stay with me, because this one's going to stay with you. Before we get into it, if you love stories about real people, real heart, and real kindness winning in the end, hit that subscribe button and tap the like button so more of these stories find their way to you. And drop a comment telling me where you're watching from today. I read every single one. This channel is called Road Rider, and if you're new here, welcome. We tell the kind of stories that remind you people are still good. Now, let's get into it. Sam Whitfield ran the service bay at Deacon's Auto Repair, a small shop tucked between a laundromat and a diner on the edge of a quiet Ohio town. He wasn't the owner. He wasn't even the manager on paper. But everybody, customers, co-workers, even the delivery drivers who dropped off parts twice a week, knew that Sam was the heart of that place. He could diagnose an engine problem just by listening to it idle. He remembered the names of every regular customer's kids. When old Mrs. Calloway couldn't afford a full brake job, Sam quietly covered half the cost out of his own pocket and never told a soul, until years later when she found out by accident and cried right there in the waiting room. The shop had been founded by a man named Walter Deacon, who'd hired Sam straight out of high school and treated him like family. But Walter passed away 2 years ago, and the business went to his daughter, Renee, a woman who'd spent most of her adult life in the city working in finance and had never once turned a wrench in her life. At first, Renee left things mostly alone. The shop kept running the way it always had, and Sam kept it together, holding the crew steady through the transition. Then Renee's nephew, a young man named Tyler, lost his job at a car dealership 2 towns over. Family being family, Renee gave him a spot at the shop, not as an apprentice, not as a helper, but as the new head mechanic. Sam's title. Sam's Bay. Sam's 22 years, handed over in a single afternoon to a 24-year-old who barely knew how to check his own oil. Nobody in that shop said much when it happened. What could they say? It was Renee's business. But something in the air changed. The other mechanics, Big Mike, who'd been there 15 years, and young Danny, who Sam himself had trained, started showing up quieter, leaving earlier. The laughter that used to fill that garage during lunch breaks disappeared. And Sam, the man who'd never missed a day, started coming in with his shoulders a little more slumped, his eyes a little more tired. Here's the thing about Sam, though. He didn't quit. He didn't even complain. He simply kept working, quietly training Tyler even though nobody asked him to, patiently showing him which wires not to touch, which sounds meant trouble, which customers needed extra gentleness because money was tight for them. Sam could have let Tyler fail. It would have been easy, even fair, considering what had been taken from him. Instead, every single day, Sam chose kindness over bitterness. One afternoon, a woman named Carla Jennings brought in her old pickup truck, the only vehicle she had to get her 3 kids to school and herself to 2 different jobs. The engine was failing, and the repair bill was going to be more than she had. Tyler, still new and unsure, told her honestly that the shop couldn't do the work for free. Carla sat in the waiting room and quietly began to cry. Sam saw her through the window. He walked out, sat down beside her, and asked what was really going on. When she told him, Sam didn't hesitate. He went to Big Mike and Danny, and the 3 of them, the very men who had every reason to feel forgotten and overlooked themselves, pooled together enough from their own wallets to cover Carla's repair. They stayed 2 hours after closing to fix that truck, and they told Carla it was on the house. Tyler watched the whole thing happen. He watched 3 men who had nothing to gain, and everything to feel bitter about, choose to give anyway. He watched Sam, a man who'd lost his own position without a single complaint, hand his kindness forward to a stranger who needed it more. That night, Tyler went home and told his Aunt Renee everything, how Sam had trained him without resentment, how the crew had quietly bailed out a struggling mother, how the whole shop ran not on rules or titles but on decency. The next morning, Tyler walked into Renee's office and asked her to give Sam his position back, admitting that he wasn't ready, and more than that, admitting that Sam deserved it more than anyone he'd ever met. Renee, to her credit, listened. She sat down with Sam personally, apologized for how things had been handled, and asked him to take his rightful place leading the shop again, with Tyler staying on as his apprentice, learning not just how to fix engines, but how to treat people. Word got around town fast, the way it does in small places. Customers who'd been quietly drifting to other shops came back. Business doubled within a few months. But the real story wasn't about the shop's success. It was about a man who could have walked away angry and instead chose to keep giving, and how that choice rippled outward until it changed everyone around him. Kindness doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it looks like a quiet mechanic staying 2 extra hours to fix a stranger's truck for free. Sometimes it's choosing patience over pride when everything in you wants to walk away. Sam never set out to teach anyone a lesson. He just kept being who he was. And in the end, that was enough to change an entire shop, an entire town, and maybe, if you let it, it can change your day too. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs a little reminder that kindness always finds its way back around.